Hello and welcome to the third part of this tutorial series. In last video we created the metal bar functionality. Today we will create a ball and hole mechanics. Before we start, let me explain how this will work. When you move the metal bar, you move the ball together, and when ball touches the hole collider, we will mimic the ball dropping into hole because this is a 2D game. We will do that with the ball scale manipulation and sprite mask interaction, and we will create a hole indicator around the hole. So let's continue. First, create ball script and open it in editor. Add variables that will be used in this script. Float variable enter the hole time. This variable will represent how long does it take for ball to fall into hole. Add rigid body 2D reference to ball rigid body. Add two private vector 3 variables, start ball position and start ball scale, just to have original values. After setting variables in awake, set ball rigid body to rigid body of a ball. In start function, set start ball position to current ball position and set start ball scale to current ball scale, which is transform.local scale. Before we continue on coding, we need to set the tag on hole. Let's create a tag, and after we create a tag, set it on the hole. We will use this tag when the ball enters the collider to check if it enters a hole. Back in code in ball script, in onTrigger enter 2D function, check if object that ball collide is a hole. If that is true, we need to stop the ball and move it inside the hole. After the ball is inside the hole, it will drop down. To stop ball, set ball rigid body simulated to false. Now let's create coroutine. Create move to hole coroutine with one transform parameter. Inside coroutine we need a float variable t for tracking time and vector 3 ball position to remember current ball position. Inside this while loop we will move and scale the ball so that it will feel like the ball is falling into hole. We are moving ball with lerp between ball position when it touch the hole trigger and transform of a hole. And scale will be multiplied with lerp between 1 and 0.75. We increase t variable with the speed of time needed for a ball to enter a hole. After while loop, set ball position to hole position. Also set mask interaction to visible inside mask so that the ball will be visible just inside holes now. Disable the circle collider so that the ball can fall freely. And we need to set the ball rigid body simulated to true. Now to check how this works, we need to call this coroutine in onTrigger enter 2D. In the editor, add the ball script to the ball and change for now enter hole time to 2 so we can see the better what is happening. Also create prefabs folder and drag hole to that folder so now we have hole prefab. Add more holes so that we can see when ball drops into hole. When we play, we need to start the game, so like in the last tutorial, click on the metal bar and call it from context menu for now. When we move the ball to the hole, the ball stops and drops into hole, but when we turn on the simulation, it goes with the same speed that entered the hole. So we need to fix that. And also you can adjust the circle collider size on the hole to your own preference. Bigger collider, the game is harder. Back in the code. To fix that speed when simulation starts, we need to set rigid body velocity to 0 and angular velocity to 0, and also reduce gravity scale to 2.5 because when we playing that number needs to be bigger for better feel. And let's add one more function that will be used in future when we will reset the game after ball drops into hole. That is reset ball position function. In this function we will set the ball position to start position, enable collider, set rigid body velocity and angular velocity to 0, also set sprite mask interaction to none, so the ball will be visible on a surface. Set local scale back to start scale, and the last thing is to set gravity scale to 4.57. Last thing for this video is to create numbers and indicators around some holes. Create new game object and name it hole indicator. Add sprite renderer component. Set the sprite to circle, gradient and color to orange. Set the sorting layer to hole and increase the order in layer to be above the order layer of a hole. Set scale to be inside the hole because this will be that lamp indicator. And how this will work, alpha will be changed so it will feel like pulsating. Add child game object, name it hole indicator circle, and add sprite renderer component. Set sprite to hole indicator and set color to black. And set sorting layer to hole. And adjust the scale. And we need to show numbers above holes. To do that, add child canvas and set renderer mode to world space. Set sorting layer to hole. Set width and height to 100 and adjust scale so that it fits above hole. On canvas, add text object, adjust position and adjust font size and color. Make sure that number 10 can fit because we have 10 holes. And hole indicator object is done. That's it for this video. We created the ball and hole mechanics and the hole indicator. In next video we will continue upgrading this game with more functionalities, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this tutorial. If you like it, please leave a like and subscribe, and if you want to support me more, you can buy one of my assets at Unity Asset Store. Follow me on socials, all links are in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.